Hi, everybody. Thank you for joining me once again for Get Your Money Right with Yvonne. I'm Yvonne. How's it going? And if you were looking for the spot to help you save money for retirement, you are indeed in the correct place. And we'll chat about if you'd like to become a part of this community, but just don't even worry about it. Just enjoy this episode and see what you think, okay? So, we're going to start this the way we always do by me asking you, how are you doing? How are you faring? And how's it going? I just want to be that constant in your life where I ask how you're doing, because oftentimes everyone is busy and they don't mean to slight anyone. We don't, we're just all living our lives, right? But I just want to take this time to let you know that I'm thinking about you, that you guys are sharing with me too. So, whatever struggles you're facing, we're chatting about it. And, just want to be that source of something good in your day, which is why I always want to just acknowledge, whatever might be going on with you and just let you know that we see you. Okay. That to me, that's super important. And I hope it is for you. And, that's just why I like to ask. So, how's it going with me? No complaints. Everything is going okay. I'm just trying to think. I guess a couple things I could share with you. Well, later this week, will be my annual review at work, and I never worry about those. I do my job. I keep my head down. So, I'm hopeful. The what the response will be from our leadership. Just waiting for that time. And the other thing I kind of wanted to share with you is, a dear friend of mine has been out of work now for about 6 months. And I understand the struggle. I have done it myself, you know. How about all of you? Have you ever been in a situation where you were out of a job and it just stuff was not coming to you? And I'm thinking the longest time was 9 or 10 months for me. It was agony because you begin to ask yourself, okay, what's wrong? Why is this taking so long? And these days there are so many different groups of people who are experiencing this. Younger people trying to get that first job. It just seems like they're having the hardest time just breaking into the corporate world. And man, I feel for all of you. Mid career people are experiencing it. Managers, especially, mid level managers are having these issues. And wow. And then the over 50 crowd, which that can exacerbate everything. You're a capable worker, but folks are only looking at your age and wondering, okay, so when are you going to retire? Which not the right question. What we want to do is get out there and get the best people, irrespective of age. I've shared with you before that a manager some years ago, when I was asking for more, I wanted to move up the ladder. I wanted to learn more. I wanted to do more. I knew that I could and that I could be effective in the roles that I was asking to move up to. And the manager looked at me and said, "You're doing a great job. There's no shame in your current role, and you can stay until you retire." To which I'm like, in my head, what? What? So, over 50 people are looking at you thinking you're getting ready to retire. And the other thing is, like, I keep reading that people think the magic age to retire is 62. And I'm like, where did you come up with that? You don't have your full Social Security. That is one thing to consider. And at 62, you're not eligible for Medicare. So you're going to have higher medical costs because you're going to have to get private insurance, which is very expensive, right? So just all these things, and just I'm praying for everybody out there who is without a job and you are looking for one. thinking of you. Just please know I'm sending the best out to you. And man, just feeling for you. And in addition to what is happening with people and getting a job, what I was kind of reading about are people who, and we've kind of discussed this before, folks who have retired or thinking of retiring, and you are around people who make way more money than you do. And you gotta look at your own situation and don't allow the trying to hang with the Joneses to get you off track. Okay? Now I'm going to stop for just a second, because please tell me that by now you have established some sort of a retirement account for yourself and that you are contributing on a regular basis. See, that's the key right there. Setting it up and consistency. You have to be consistent with your savings. Just, pretend that is just money going over here. You are funding your future, and just, move along, whatever is good for you. And many people ask me, well, what should I be contributing? Well, that's going to be different for all of us. And again, if you're going to force me, I say start with 5% of your pre-tax income going into your retirement savings account. And just know you're going to have to increase that over time. What am I at now? I'm at 24.5% of my income goes to my retirement account. Now, I wish I could do more. I wish that I could, but that is what I can do. That's what I'm looking at, what the balance will be when I am ready to retire. And it's not going to make me rich, but it will take care of my needs. It will take care of my wants. And so I just, do what you can. And what I was talking about earlier is trying to hang with the Joneses. Well, I have a lot of friends with money. Good for them. That's great. And even now that I'm working, I can't hang with them as hard as they can hang, right? I don't have that kind of money. Now I save up cash so that I can do things with them on a semi-regular basis. It's nice and it's a lot of fun. I enjoy doing it, but I just know I have to save up to be able to do that. So just remember, whether you are working, you want to do fun things, you might have to save up a little bit to do it. It's the exact same way in retirement. So many people are writing in to say they've saved X amount of dollars, and there's a shortfall in their what they need on a monthly basis. And what they're talking about is going out with friends and overspending. Okay, you can't do that. We all live on a fixed income. Whether you choose to look at it or not, are you working and you have a salary? That is your fixed income. It's similar when you retire. You've got X amount of dollars, and you just, let me take out my sheet, because we've talked about this before. This blank sheet of paper where you're listing, the top line is your paychecks during the month. And then the very next line after that is pay yourself first. So you're putting money away in a regular savings account for, funds to do fun things, to do out of the ordinary fun types of things, right? And say you want to go on a trip, say you want to go on vacation. You're putting money away to do that. And, that's your pay yourself first line. And then expenses, whatever your monthly expenses are, you're going to want to look at that. If you have a shortfall, then you're going to have to look at your expenses and go, what can I change here? What can I do so that I have all the money I need during the month? And again, whatever you do, don't take your pay yourself first funds and go, okay, well, let me take that so I can afford everything else. Don't do that. Make sure you leave that alone, because that's going to be your sanity money, right? If something pops up, the furnace breaks, you need a new AC, you need a new driveway, whatever it is. You don't want to go scrambling for the money to pay for those things. That's what the emergency fund is for. And, I also put money away because my family has been talking about going on a family vacation in the spring. And I've told you before, I'm nearly positive I'm going on it. I'm just saving up some more money because could I put it on a credit card? Oh, of course I could put it on a credit card. But remember this, each and every month for the past several years, I don't maintain a balance. I look to pay it off each and every month. I don't have, so, it really doesn't even matter for me what the interest rate is on a credit card because it is something I will never be paying. I just make sure I have saved up enough money and paid all that off. So, one of the things that I do, and it's going to be very similar in retirement. Just whatever you do, keep track. You want to have fun. Yeah, there's going to be times you're going to want to do the extra thing, and that's fine. But that's the money you are putting away to do those sorts of things. So just think about that. Work on it. It may be for some of us a change in mindset. And just know we can't just go out and do everything we want to do. You, we have to be responsible adults, and it's just all about making sure we can afford the lifestyle we're living. We just have to do that. We have to take care of now, obviously, but we have to take care of tomorrow. And retirement is going to come up quicker than you think for all of us. So just remember those things. And with that, I just want to say to the folks who are just joining us, if you're liking what you see and you want to be a part of this community, remember, it is free. It is 100% free. I will never ask for money to view these posts because, when I was younger, I wished there had been something out there that talked to me about saving money for retirement. I came from a family, and maybe many of you did too. We didn't talk about money. Mm-mm. The only money conversations that we had is go out, go get a good job, and take care of your business. Which there's a whole lot of real estate here that wasn't touched. And so for me, I came in a little bit later to the game of saving for retirement, but I'm doing it. I'm doing the best I can. And luckily, I'm part of a group that has that three-legged stool, meaning money from Social Security, which that's going to be there in some form or another. I have a pension. It is small, smaller than many people's pensions, but it will be helpful. And then number 3, I'm saving money in my 401k. So all of those sources will fund my retirement years. And, we have to do what we can to make sure that money lasts 30 plus years. And 30 plus years, with a caveat that I'm talking about the normal retirement age. So, if you leave the workforce at 65, that money's got to last you another 35 years. If you are choosing to retire at 50, which is, of course, your right, that early retirement, the money that you've saved needs to last another 50 years. So if you've saved enough to do that, good on you. That's wonderful. And just whatever you do, the money you save has to last until you are 100 years old. So, come back to me and ask some questions about that. I'm more than happy to discuss it, but we're living longer lives, and you just have to make sure that money is going to last you. So where you see subscribe, just follow the prompt, go from there, and when I produce these, it will come directly to your email so you can read it. You can share it with others. You can file it away for a rainy day, whatever works for you. We would just love to have you become a part of the community. Okay? And with that, we try to keep these in the 12 to 15 minute range. We know that you're busy and we want to give you information that you can use, but don't want to, take you away from your daily lives too much. So, with that, I'm going to thank you once again for joining me for Get Your Money Right with Yvonne. I'm Yvonne. And until next time, everybody, be good to yourselves, be good to each other, and we'll see you next time, okay? Bye.